Here I am in Anapali Beach on the island of Maui in Hawaii, and we're at the Westin Nanea Ocean Villas. In just a moment, I'm going to head up this way, and we're going to start out taking a look at this beautiful resort. Let's check it out right after this. All right, here we are right outside, right out front, the main check-in lobby and registration for the Westin Nanea Ocean Villas here on the beautiful island of Maui. And just pointing out, this is where you'll actually come in, pull up, drop your bags off. They do have bell services to help you out. They do also offer valet. And I understand, at least what they told me when you checked in, that valet is actually complimentary on your very first night. But be sure to take your car out of valet the next day or you will get charged. Yeah, you'll just pull up here, essentially in the little circle there, and drop your luggage off. There's really no loading or unloading parking spaces really to speak of. But once you've done that and you're ready to park your car, their parking is right across the street here. Little crosswalk here to get back from your car and get over to your car when you're ready to leave again. The gate to enter the garage is just down here, and you'll actually exit it up here. Now, I don't know what the actual current rate is for valet parking, but parking for owners and timeshare-based guests is actually complimentary. And I actually did a prior video about this. Marriott Vacation Club, Sheraton, Westin, all their timeshares kind of started to institute new parking fees, and they've always had parking fees here probably, but I'll put a link to that video right up here. You can check that out, how parking fees may or may not apply to your stay. But essentially, if you're here on a timeshare-based stay, so whether you're exchanged in, used home options, or abound club points to book a stay here, then your parking will be complimentary. Before I show you how you can save money by not needing a rental car and taking advantage of the resort shuttle, let me tell you about our friends and partner over at a timeshare broker, who will be able to help you save money if you are looking to make a timeshare resale purchase. You might ask, who is a timeshare broker? They have dozens of timeshare resale listings for Marriott-bound trust points that you can use to reserve here at the wonderful Westin Nanea Ocean Villas. And if you're interested, you can also check out their resale listings of Nanea home options or weeks at the Westin Ka'anapali Ocean Resort Villas or Westin Ka'anapali Ocean Resort Villas North, which will give you home resort booking privileges at any of the respective Westin Vacation Club resorts in Maui. So if you want to own a little piece of paradise, click on the link in the video description, first pinned comment, or scan the QR code right here on the screen to go over to their website and browse their resale listings. I'd like to thank a timeshare broker, that's timeshare.com, for sponsoring this video. And now let's continue with the resort tour here at the Westin Nanea. But for whatever reason, if you're not renting a car, you're not going to be having a car here on property, you can take advantage of their shuttle service. So they have a shuttle stop right out here. The shuttle actually goes, I believe, to all the 3 different Westin Vacation Club properties, as well as Whalers Village Shopping Center. I actually looked at the schedule, and it looks like it goes about every 20 minutes from this stop here. So you can go down to Whalers Village, shopping, dining, and so much more. Kind of takes you down into the heart of Ka'anapali Beach. And I understand the shuttle also goes down to Safeway. So if you want to do some grocery shopping, check the shuttle schedule. You can get that from the concierge. Make your way to Safeway, buy a few groceries to cook up here in the room. But yeah, this here is the Westin Nanea Ocean Villas, and we're going to head inside here. We're going to take a look at the lobby. Nice courtyard areas, pools, beautiful resort. Okay, so here we are. We're just going to head inside the main lobby here and take a look around. Yeah, so here is the main lobby. This is where you'll come to check in. Main check-in lobby and registration right over there. Concierge over here. They'll also try and potentially sign you up for a timeshare sales presentation. Then over here they have some refreshments. So maybe you've had a long, hot car ride and you want to grab a quick drink there, you can do that. And then just off the lobby here, they do have an ATM and kind of another little concierge area where it looks like they have a lot of different brochures. Now, the reason I kind of made my way down here is because down at the end here, I believe we're going to find the fitness center. So let's make our way down here and see if we can find that. Yeah, so it looks like I've found the fitness center. Let's just step in and take a quick look. Yeah, so it looks like it's a pretty good fitness center here. We have a set of dumbbells, a couple benches, and then quite a few weight machines here as well. And over here it looks like they have a number of bikes and ellipticals. And then just in here, we do have some treadmills, so some additional cardio equipment in here. And it looks like they also have some kettlebells there too, so if that's something you would like to use, take advantage of them. Yeah, that here is the fitness studio. So now let's head back out the door here. We're going to continue on back to the lobby, but I will point out they have some towels and cold towels as well. Those are really, really fantastic after a long, hot workout. But yeah, let's go back out here and make our way back to the lobby. And then over here is the Westin Vacation Club Sales Gallery. So if you have signed up for a timeshare sales presentation, you know, that high pressure sales pitch, well, to be honest, it's not really all that high pressure. And this is where you're gonna come and check in, and they'll show you around the property and tell you all about the Westin Vacation Club and the Marriott program overall. Yeah, really, really beautiful lobby here at the Westin Nanea. And around behind this wall here, they also have a business center. A couple of printers over there, 4 computers. So if you need to print anything out, maybe boarding passes, maybe do some research if you didn't bring a computer with you, well, you can take care of that here. And just continuing out here, we're gonna get our first look at this open air lobby here. They do have a koi pond. Let's just walk up here and take a look outside. Beautiful view we have out here, kind of to this nice little courtyard and water feature. We do have a pond down here that has a number of fish, and there are also some koi in here. So if you want to enjoy coming out, just watching the fish swim around, you can do that. Yeah, really, really nice, beautiful courtyard area here. There's one on the other side of the property, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. The pool area is down there, but we're gonna have to wait until near the end of this video to see that. Yeah, that here is the lobby area of the Westin Nanea. Let's continue on through the resort. Okay, so we're just making our way down here. I'm noticing the sales gallery that we saw kind of the door to, well, it's just inside here. Down at the end here is actually a set of elevators that go up to building 4, but I understand you can get to any of the units. From any of the elevators, it just might be a bit of a walk. Yeah, now let's head down here because we have several shops and stuff to see. Okay, so now making our way from the lobby area. Here we do have Big Wave Shave Ice Company. Looks like some great shave ice, and it is certainly very busy in the afternoons when they open up. We noticed a pretty long line here waiting for shave ice. And they just have a few other places here for some shops. So if you want to do some shopping, feel free to do that. They also have photography. So if you want to get some photos with your family, take advantage of that. We kind of have the Westin family activity area. Not actually going to go in there this morning, but this is probably where they hold a number of different activities. And coming around here, we have kind of their Mocha Makai restaurant. We'll actually get a bit better look at that from the other side. The restaurant's right there. And then now down here, we have a market. So let's actually head down there and take a look at that. Okay, we'll just take a quick walk through the market here. We'll come out the other side, and then we'll probably get to actually taking a look at the pools. Yeah, so here's a little market area. They do have Starbucks coffee. They serve Starbucks coffee. They make frappuccinos. And of course, they have souvenirs, sundries, and so much more. Yeah, so just about anything you would want or need, you can grab it here at the market. All right, and we're now coming out the other side here. And the main pool area is just up here, but we'll make a bit of a detour. We do have some gas grills right here. A little bit of seating as well, but looks like 6 gas grills over here. So lots of gas grills. Make sure you can cook up those great meals while you're here at the resort. And now it looks like we're actually walking away from the pool area that we just saw. That's because I'm actually walking kind of alongside the market here, and we'll just make our way over here. There's actually a couple of plunge pools that I want to show you. Yeah, so just making our way back here, we have a couple of plunge pools. There's one here, and then there's one over on the other side. We'll make a walk past that here in just a moment. But these are kind of the quiet pool areas. Not a whole lot going on here. Really just kind of 2 small square pools. Now we're making our way around here. We're going to notice a number of cabanas. You can rent these. I don't have the prices on hand, but that is actually something I include in my online courses, VSE Made Easy and MVC Made Easy. These are online courses. If you're a Marriott or a Vistana timeshare owner, I include everything I know about those 2 timeshare systems, all in kind of 2 places, one for each program. And you can find a link to it in the description box below, or even scan the QR code here on the screen. You can go over there, learn a little bit more about those programs. And what it is, whenever we visit these resorts, I scan all of the paperwork, the material they give us, the activity schedule, any menus. Quite often they give kind of cabana prices as well. I scan it all and I make it available to people who have enrolled in the course. If you're interested in that, you can check that out, or just ask in the comments and I can look it up as well. Yeah, here is the other plunge pool. So kind of just on each side of this little kind of water feature. Let's just walk out here and take a look at that. Yeah, so here is the water feature. Beautiful, beautiful area here, kind of in between the buildings here at the Westin Nanea. And you can see here, essentially what is 6-story buildings here at this resort. I understand these are all considered resort view. We'll actually take a look at what they consider oceanfront here in just a moment. Yeah, let's just continue around here. We're gonna make our way up this way because the pool is probably next. Yeah, so here we are. Let's just take one last look back here at the resort. Again, that really nice, cool water feature. Those plunge pools we came from, both back there behind me. The marketplace just over there. Those gas grills we looked at right there. And we actually passed a few of those back over here as well. So they have plenty of them kind of spread throughout the property. But now let's make our way over here because we have the pool here next. Okay, we're now coming up on the Inu pool bar. So if you're wanting some poolside food or drinks, this is where you're going to get it. And now we're getting our first look here at the main pool area here at this resort. Yeah, so it looks like a really, really great pool area here. They kind of have an upper pool and a lower pool. We'll definitely get a look at all of this as we make our way around here. But a really, really great pool. And in fact, and I find this actually kind of a little odd, they have these kind of plastic lounge chairs just sitting in the pool. Instead of having something kind of built in like we've seen in a lot of other properties, or something that looks a little bit nicer. I'm not sure why they put those plastic lounge chairs in the pool. Yeah, just taking a look back and around here at the pool area. Really, really beautiful, though. It does seem to get pretty busy during the day. Take a quick detour here. I want to walk up here and show you something before we continue on. All right, so here's that restaurant. I actually showed you the entrance to it on the other side. Looks like they actually serve breakfast in there, and I understand they also have special dinner nights as well. So if you want to take advantage of that, of course, understand it's going to be resort-style pricing, and of course, it's also Hawaii and Maui, and unfortunately, nothing is really cheap here. So yeah, that's where you can grab a bite to eat. Probably some great dinners in there, enjoyed by many. And then here we do have a really nice kind of fire pit area. Number of nice chairs. I have a sofa right here. So I'm sure they light this up in the evenings when the tiki torches are also lit up around the property. So you can come out here and enjoy hanging around a campfire. Okay, so here's the pool area again. I noticed they have something that says it's an adults only spa jacuzzi. So having an adults only jacuzzi, that is truly fantastic. You don't see that at too many other properties. Continuing to make our way around here, they do have plenty of loungers and shade there kind of under those huts. You can just come out here, find a place in the shade, or if you don't want a place in the shade, they have plenty of those as well. Yeah, really, really nice pool area here. What will we do? I'd like to go down there, but I realize I didn't actually show you anything from over there, but I don't know that I can actually get between the two easily. So I'm gonna go over here and then we'll make our way back over here to make sure we don't miss out on anything. All right, we just kind of pop down here to the other side of the pool area. That there is the pool, and over there is the Unu pool bar we came from and saw just a bit ago. I want to point out here the pool services. So if you need anything pool related, cabana rentals, towels, anything like that, you can check them out here and they will help you out. Yeah, let's make our way just over this way. We have maybe something to check out down here. Okay, so it looks like a kind of a small kids splash area all connected to the main pool here. So you have the main pool right there, and then it kind of gets really, really shallow, and then you kind of have this little splash area. So it looks like a great place for the kids to come play and hang out, and plenty of places here for the adults to sit around poolside. So yeah, nice little kind of splash area. Kind of have these little water features that are squirting water everywhere. Let's just walk over here and we'll see. I don't think I can get down through here, but I can check out this lower pool from up here. Okay, so here is kind of a lower pool area. They do have a nice little waterfall there going from the upper pool into the lower pool. And then down here, there's also a hot tub or a spa. Looks like you kind of have to wade into the little pool here just a little bit to get to the hot tub. Or I guess maybe some people probably just climb over that. Yeah, something else really interesting about this pool area is it's actually kind of a gravelly, kind of sandy-ish bottom. I think they're kind of going for a sandy look to it, but it's more of like a kind of a fine pebbles. But that whole bottom of that all the way up there, kind of onto a little beach area, is all kind of a fine kind of gravel. And then down at the very end, there is a little water slide that kind of goes from the upper pool into the lower one. Let's actually make a bit of a detour. I'm gonna have to make my way back down here, around, and over to here in order to check that out. You know, unless I wanted to get wet, and I'm not planning on getting wet here this morning. So let's do that, and we'll pick it up back over here on the other side. And as we do make our way back here, I do want to point out there are a number of chairs here, all lined up along the edge here, and maybe even some of these kind of little day beds or covered loungers that you can rent for the day. All have great views out here to the ocean. You have the island of Molokai and the island of Lanai out there. So yeah, really, really great views here from the pool deck even. And it looks like there's even kind of a row of those clamshells or day beds down there as well. Let's make our way down there because, as I indicated, we have to come around that way. We're making our way out here towards the boardwalk that goes along the beach. We do have a beach access here. I'm not actually going to go down that one because when we're done taking a look at that end of the pool area, there is another beach access just down here that we're going to walk out on and take a look at the beach. All right, we're making our way along the beach walk. Over here is the resort, and we do have kind of the 3 oceanfront sections. This building here, all these units along the front here are considered oceanfront. Then same with that middle building there. All of those are considered oceanfront, even though they're quite a ways back. And we're actually in one of those on the 3rd floor. And if you want to see a villa tour of that beautiful unit, I will put a link to it right up here. So head over there and check that out. It is a wonderful, wonderful villa. Lots of room, lots of space. You won't be disappointed. We also have these little kind of day beds or covered loungers. You can come out and sit there, but really from there, you're only going to have a view of the shrubs that cover the dunes here along Anapali Beach. Continuing down here along the beach boardwalk, and there's one of the walkways out to the beach. We'll be heading out on that in just a moment, but I do want to show you here the other building that is considered oceanfront. Again, all these units here, oceanfront, fantastic views here, I'm sure, except maybe some of the lower floors might be blocked a little bit by these trees. But anyway, you really can't go wrong here. Other than those 3 buildings, everything else at the resort, I understand, is considered resort view. Let's just walk up here. We'll take a look at that little pool area again where the little water slide was. I want to show you that before we head over and take a look at the beach. And here you're going to kind of see these signs around. They do have a prime rib dinner every Thursday night, $45 a person, 10-ounce prime rib sides, salad, and it looks like even dessert. All right, so here we are at that lower pool. I was standing over there just a moment ago looking down, and you can see here by what I mean from that little kind of fine pebble sand bottom. I think they were kind of going with a sandy look, kind of a natural look to the bottom of this pool area. Kind of had some little water features, kind of a little splash area here, and that water slide. So for certain, this area here is very, very popular with kids. If you don't want to be around a ton of kids, maybe check out the upper pool, or even better, head over to those really boring plunge pools that we took a look at earlier in the video, because I'm sure those really aren't popular with the kids. Yeah, there's that pool area, that little water slide, and again, more gas grills just over there. But now that we've seen all of that, we have more to see. I want to show you the beach here in front of the Westin Nanea. Okay, so here we are at the Westin Nanea near the beach area. Just pointing out, the Westin Anapali Ocean Resort Villas north and the south property are just down there. In fact, when you're staying here, and even if you're staying there, you can use any of the amenities between the 2 properties. So if you want to check out their pools or their restaurants, be sure to just walk down here. It's not all that far. You have Westin Ocean Resort Villas north right there. Those are the buildings we can see. And not too much further, the original south property. Now let's walk out here because we have a bit of a beach here that I want to make sure I show you. All right, we're making our way up here to the beach. Not really wide beach here, and it really steeply slopes off here as well. But up there, it looks like it might actually be a little bit wider, a lot more sand kind of up that way. So take one of these beach boardwalks across, then just walk down there, plant your towel, plant your beach chairs, and hang out here for the day. With these gorgeous views of the water and out to Lanai and Molokai. And then just down here, we do have the hotel, which is the Sheraton Black Rock. So yeah, this here is the beach and the views from the beach here at the Westin Nanea on the island of Maui in Hawaii. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. It certainly does help with these videos. And in fact, if you want to see a resort tour of one of the other Westin timeshare resort properties here on Maui, I will put a link to it right here. So watch that coming up next. I'd like to also thank you for watching. And remember, until next time, let's make your next destination a timeshare.